I built over 200 hours in Pokopia since it released 2 months ago. And over 100 hours alone went into building Pallet Town. I terraformed more than 50,000 blocks and put down over 10,000 individual furniture pieces. And yes, I counted. And with that, very quickly, Pokopia became one of my favorite games. So today, I'm gonna give you a full tour of this world, explain you why and how I built all of it, and share a little bit of history of how this channel came to be. And make sure you stay until the end of the video, because I want to try something a little different. Our story begins here, the Withered Wastelands. Everything you see here, I built while progressing through the story. Coming off Minecraft, I just wanted to play the game without focusing on building with blocks at all. That's why everything was built with prefab houses. Coming down here, we have a little picnic area. This was built first when I met Squirtle. There's a little shop next to it that I used for items throughout the game. And on our left here, we have the vegetables and everything taken care of by none other than Mewtwo. I wouldn't thought he's a gardener, but he's doing a pretty good job so far. And as we make our way into the village, it starts to be a little bit more lively. I thought about rearranging, changing some things, building new stuff, but at this point, even though the game has only been out for 2 months, it almost feels nostalgic. The arguably most important part is all the way over here, my storage area. I haven't changed this since the first time I built it. I just added new stuff and new stuff and new stuff. And when I say new stuff, I mean blocks. A lot of blocks. As you can see here, I have multiple boxes just full of blocks. And at one point, I will run out of space and I will have to upgrade. But that's a problem for future Nathan. Now, big moment. We're moving to the second area in the game, everybody's favorite. The coastal town, the lovely coastal town of Bleak Beach. Yeah, as you can see, I am not your standard Japanese YouTuber. I haven't built anything here. All I did is use it to put down habitats. But the sparkling skylands are just the same. All I did here is I leveled the terrain for a big project that I have planned. And now all my Pokemon are homeless. So let's move on to Rocky Ridges. During the story, Rocky Ridges is the area I spent second most time in. And you can see that here with the buildings. Again, I only used prefab houses. I built a little train station over here. I built a couple of the prefab block houses here on the left. It is nothing special, but I think it's nevertheless a cute area and has a lot of potential for future great builds. And now, it's time. The reason why you clicked in this video in the first place. Let's go and check out Pallet Town. We're going to start right here with the first thing that I built in Pallet Town. The city plaza. This plaza was heavily inspired by Lumio City. You can see that with the benches, the streetlights, and it has this general city feeling. I wanted this area to feel like the central hub of the town with different directions leading into different parts of the world. And this is the design I came up with. I still wanted to keep it very green, so I used different combinations of bushes with the concrete borders separating the fish tiles from the stone tiling. As we make our way over here, we have a little market area. I wanted the plaza to have a little bit more of that lively feeling, so I added these market stalls because while they're very simple, they really help the Pokemon have a place where they come together. They also function as habitats, so there is actually a lot of going on here when you walk through town. Moving over here, we have the Pokemon Center. I wanted the Poké Center to be just slightly elevated, so when you walk around town and the plaza, it sits a little bit in the background but still stands out. As I walk through here, you notice I'm a big fan of using borders on my walkways, and I always try to add a lot of greenery and foliage. That is very important for me. And here we are, the first build in the entire game that I built with actual blocks, the Pokémon Gym. It is inspired by the gym from Diamond and Pearl, because Gen 4 is one of my favorite generations and regions in general. It has these overlaying beams of the white over the orange walls, and I remember fighting for my dear life trying to find the curved Eve item. Inside, this is where Lucario lives. He has his little boxing area around here in the corner. And then we have the main arena. Not that anybody would fight here in Pokopia, but it's the inside of a gym, so we need a little arena. Speaking about Gen 4, the next build also comes from the same love for Diamond and Pearl. I wanted to build something inspired by the spear pillar. So I terraformed this small mountain with a path leading here up over this river and circling around the mountain. Once you reach the top, it opens up in this spear pillar inspired altar. It's not a one-to-one recreation, but it's more of my own Pokopia version of this idea. And if we ever get Dialga in the game, and I really hope we do, because Dialga's such a cool mon, he's absolutely moving in here. Right now, this is Noctowl's home, because he told me he likes the breeze up here. You can see I built the river here because I really wanted a river to go through my Pallet Town. But when you build rivers, you also need bridges. And this was around the time when I decided I want to record myself building something and upload it to YouTube and see how it goes. So I came up with this Magikarp Bridge design, and I still adore this build. I think it looks so lovely. It's the Magikarp tile from the roof pieces, and I colored it white, and I think it fits perfect with the stone arches and the stone tiling. When we cross the bridge, we get to one of my experimental builds. This was when everybody and their grandparents was building a cafe on YouTube, so of course I also wanted that. It's inspired by the Tuscany region in Italy. When you walk up here on the side, you see this little chill out area where the Pokemon can enjoy the sun and drink their coffee. They do not sell filter coffee here, by the way. It's an Italian cafe, so it's espressos only. When we walk inside, we have the little... I chapped at all the Americans drinking filter coffee here, and I apologize. When we walk inside here, we have a little shop area. Down here, we have a small bakery. A little bit of an Italian pizza place. And when you walk outside here, you have this little backside garden area. When we leave through the garden, we come across a build. This is my newest build. I have not made a video about it just yet. We'll see if I do so. Because I'm not sure how I like to build, and my crippling imposter syndrome always makes sure that I have to build better than my last build. Nevertheless, I think it's cute. It's a private beach club. We walk through here. This is the entrance to the private beach club. Little shopping area. And then we have the outdoor kitchen next to the pool area. And what I love here with all the colors, that all these chairs are actually working or functional habitats. So you can move multiple Pokemon into here, which is really cool. And when we make our way down here to the beach, we have these little beach huts, and they are also working habitats. When we leave the beach club to the left, we enter one of my favorite builds in the entire game. My Volcano jungle build. This jungle is the path leading up to the volcano, and this entire area had so much terraforming. This alone took me like 5 to 6 hours. It is very much inspired by something like Hawaii or Costa Rica that have these lush jungles but big ashy volcanoes in the background. There's a path here leading down to a hidden beach. A hidden black beach. A black beach is created by volcanic eruptions and basalt sand. Or at least that's what I learned in geology class. Now let's go back up and make our way up the main path through this gate leading up to the fire village on top of the volcano. As we reach the top, the caldera opens up into this lava landscape. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. This was heavily inspired by Goron City from Breath of the Wild. It's also how I wanted to create the bridges in a similar way, so I came up with my own design here using the black colored wood enclosures, wooden fences and some iron chains. I used prefab houses here. Charizard lives here, Torkoal lives here, Magmar, and a lot of fire Pokemon in general. It is still one of my most distinctive and best builds, dare I say so. Moving all the way back down and crossing the river once more on the other bigger Magikarp Bridge, so as you can see you can build them in many different sizes. We passed this little small pond that I designed. It has a little nice beach chair and a cute little bridge with a canoe leading over to the Pokemon Gym. And now I'm gonna need your help. If any physicians watch this, please tell me if I put the water wheel down in the correct way. I would say it's right because the water is pushing down and the wheel would go this way, but it also not goes in the direction of the flow, so it might not. So anyway, we cross the bridge back over here when we have a little camping setup, which is Snorlax's home. And when we look to our left, we have the crowd's favorite. The video that got me over 100,000 views. The Hidden Crater Ghost Village. This was my first big terraforming build in the entire town. So let's check it out. The entrance is absolutely lovely. It's this overhanging crater with a hole in the middle which leads into this... You know what? Wait. Actually, we need it to be nighttime. 1, 2, 3. That's better. So as we walk in here, it opens up into this ghost area. There are 3 prefab houses here, and I'm quickly going to show you the interiors of all of them because they are fully decorated. The first one is here on the right, and this is Cerulech's home, with his armor stand right there in the middle, and the little kitchen area. On the left, and my favorite of them all, this is Litwig's house. It's a super cozy and cute dining hall, and I absolutely love how the back wall turned out. And of course, the main house, this is where Gengar lives. Gengar is a bit messy, but that's okay, I don't judge. Probably because I'm super messy myself. And he loves to read, so I built him a library. He also loves to cook, so he has a nice kitchen that he doesn't ever clean up. And on the top part, we have Haunter and Ghastly, who have just a little of a regular cozy apartment. Little office space, sleeping area, TV area, even a bathroom. On the outside, we have a graveyard area, and this is where Chandelure lives. I just love this area. It's so nice, with the ghost vibes and the pink colored string lights together with some of the Pokeball glass in the background. It gives it this eerie feeling, but in a good way, if that makes sense. Leaving the ghost crater and moving to the left side, we head towards the entrance of my Pallet Town. And I built this Hyrule inspired gate. A little bit more to the left, I built a lumberjack area for Haxorus. As a little Pokemon, he will drop all of these logs that I can pick up every day. Looking again at the Hyrule Gate, it has multiple habitats. Why is the door? The door is talking. Let me see. So Metagross is my gatekeeper here in Pallet Town. He makes sure that everybody who moves through this gate does so smoothly. The tower is pretty tall and it has a very nice view over the entire city of my Pallet Town. Moving down into this harbor street, we have 3 separate buildings. 2 of them are houses, and the first one, the blue one, this was originally Squirtle's house, but I had to move Ludicolo in here. Captain Ludicolo, in fact, for specific reasons that I'll tell you in a second. In terms of looks, this is probably my favorite block house that I built in the game. I love the blue colors with the gray block at the bottom. And also the white accents, and the entire interior is just adorable. When we walk down here, this yellow building is a shack or storage area with some vending machines, and it leads back into the plaza. And the last building, the pink one here, this is Mawile's home. I think she has the best view in the entire village. Who doesn't want the ocean bedroom view? It even has a small coffee space outside. And again, no filter coffee. We do not drink filter coffee in my Pallet Town. What is also very nice about these 3 buildings, they are all connected, leading stairs up here, over the entire section, and down here again. In the harbor itself is the Vylord boat. This is inspired by the Seafolk Village boat from Sun and Moon. It has this captain loft here in the back, and usually Captain Ludicolo lives here, but the entire ship or the entire area is a little bit too cramped, so even though it is recognized as a habitat, it's a bit too tight for him to live here. What I also really like about the Vylord boat, it even has a little steam room if we go down here. When we leave the harbor and go across the bridge here, and to the right next to the ocean, there is a little food truck. And this is also such a cute little build. It's actually functional, and the Pokemon go inside the truck. I told you guys in the beginning, I want to do something a little different. So here's where... Wait. We forgot one build. We forgot a build. And that's actually my favorite building in the entire village. I probably forgot it because it's not connected to the main town. So we're gonna have to go all the way back here. As we make our way all the way back to Pallet Town, it starts opening up into this canyon. And you walk through this path here, and then it opens up into this, a desert, Mexican-inspired sandstone village. Isn't this so nice? It's my favorite place to be in the entire town. There are multiple houses built out of sandstone, and all of the interiors are decorated. I'm not gonna go through all of them. You can watch the video where I built the entire village on my YouTube channel. There's also a little outdoor bakery here, and we built a fossil dig site because actually this village is based off Cacnea and Cacturn, who were venturing through the desert and found fossils in the ground, and then over time they developed this village, and slowly more and more Pokemon decided to move in. I really just love the backdrop of this whole entire area with the canyon behind it and the houses. I think everything together came out looking so nice. For the next build, I want the community to decide what I built. I want you to leave a comment down below of one of your best ideas for a build. And 7 days after this video is released, we're gonna look at the comments, and whichever build idea has the most amount of likes, I will build next. Thank you all 12 people for watching. I'll see you in the next one.